How to measure flour. 3 easy steps to perfect precision. Measuring flour may seem like a simple kitchen task, but you'd be surprised how many people struggle with it. In many countries, bakers use a scale to weigh ingredients like flour, but in the United States, most home bakers rely on cup measurements. It's called measuring by volume. That sounds pretty straightforward, right? But here's the thing, there's actually a proper way to measure flour. Depending on how you do it and the tools you use, you might end up adding more flour than the recipe calls for. And trust me, too much flour can totally ruin your cakes, cookies, breads, or pastries, making them dry, dense, and crumbly. But fear not, let us share why mastering this simple technique is super important and show you how to do it the right way every single time. So, before you reach for that cup or spoon, let's get back to basics and ensure that every measure is spot on. The importance of measuring flour correctly. It's easy to think, it's just a cup of flour. How wrong can I go? Well, a lot can go wrong. A dense cake, crumbly chocolate chip cookies, or bread that doesn't rise as it should can all result from incorrect flour measurements. We've been there, and we've learned that properly measuring flour is crucial in achieving the desired texture and taste in our baking recipes. 1. The measuring cup method. One of the most commonly used tools in our kitchens is the measuring cup. It plays a crucial role in ensuring accurate measurements for baking and cooking. However, using it correctly is pivotal to achieving consistent and delicious results. Let's explore the 3-step process known as fluff, scoop, and level to accurately measure flour without a scale. This method may sound like a dance routine, but it's a simple yet effective way to ensure precise measurements. 1. Fluff. Over time, flour can become compacted and settle, leading to inaccurate measurements. To combat this, we use a spoon or a whisk to aerate or fluff the flour. By loosening it up, we create a more consistent texture, ensuring our measurements are spot on. 2. Scoop. Gently scoop the flour into the measuring cup, avoiding any vigorous tapping or shaking. These actions can cause the flour to settle and lead to an excess amount. By scooping gently, we maintain the integrity of the flour and prevent any unnecessary additions. 3. Level. After scooping the flour, use a flat-edged utensil, such as the back of a knife, to level the top of the measuring cup. This step removes any excess flour, leaving you with an exact measure. It ensures precision in your recipes, preventing any potential issues in texture or taste. 2. The spoon and sweep method. This method is quite similar to the one we just discussed, but it comes with a slight difference. Instead of directly scooping the flour with the measuring cup, you'll follow these steps for more accurate measurements. 1. Use a spoon. Take a spoon and gently fill the measuring cup with flour until it reaches the brim, allowing it to overflow slightly. 2. Level the flour. Take a flat-edged utensil, such as a straight spatula or the back of a knife, and level off the excess flour on top of the measuring cup. By spooning the flour into the cup, you ensure that it remains light and fluffy, without getting as densely packed as it could when scooped. 3. The sifting method. Some recipes, especially those involving cake flour or delicate pastries, might ask you to sift the flour. When this is the case, start by sifting the flour into a bowl. Then, scoop the sifted flour into your measuring cup. Finally, level the flour for an accurate measurement. Remember, always measure after sifting if the recipe specifies a cup of sifted flour. Measuring brown sugar versus flour. You might be curious as to why we're discussing brown sugar in an article primarily focused on flour. Allow us to shed some light on this intriguing contrast. While measuring flour requires a delicate touch, brown sugar, on the other hand, is typically packed into the measuring cup, creating a dense and sweet addition to your recipes. The advantage of using a kitchen scale. 1. Precision in measurements. The heart of any culinary creation, be it baking or cooking, lies in the exactness of its ingredients. While measuring cups can give approximations, they can be influenced by factors such as how one scoops or packs the ingredients. A kitchen scale offers a level of accuracy that's unparalleled. By weighing ingredients, you ensure consistent results every time. 2. Versatility for different ingredients. Whether you're weighing flour for a delicate pastry or meat for a hearty stew, a kitchen scale can handle it all. The The versatility extends to liquid measurements too, allowing for precise volumes that might be tricky with standard liquid measuring cups. 3. Reduces cleanup time. Imagine using multiple measuring cups and spoons for a single recipe. Now imagine using just one bowl on a kitchen scale. The latter not only saves time, but significantly reduces the amount of cleanup after cooking. This convenience can make the cooking process more enjoyable and efficient. 4. Portion control for dietary needs. For those monitoring their food intake, be it for weight loss, medical reasons, or athletic performance, a kitchen scale can be a game changer. It allows for accurate portioning, ensuring one stays within their dietary requirements without the guesswork. 5. Economical in the long run. Over time, consistently using more ingredients than necessary because of inaccurate measurements can add up in terms of cost. By using a kitchen scale, you ensure that you use only what you need, potentially saving money in the long run. 6. Consistency in replicating recipes. Have you ever tried recreating that perfect loaf of bread or that divine chocolate cake, only to find it doesn't taste or feel the same? Minor variations in ingredient amounts can have a significant impact. With a kitchen scale, every time you replicate a recipe, you can be confident in its consistency. 7. Adopting international recipes. Culinary delights from around the world often come with measurements in grams or ounces. Instead of searching for conversions or approximations, a kitchen scale allows you to dive straight into these recipes with confidence. The variability of different flours. Different types of flours have different densities. Bread flour, for instance, is denser than cake flour. So, a cup of bread flour will weigh more than a cup of cake flour. Always be attentive to the type of flour specified in your baking recipes and measure accordingly. The effects of improper measurement on baked goods. Dry spell with your cakes. Are you tired of battling with parched cakes that turn out dry and disappointing? Well, here's a little secret. Packing too much flour into that measuring cup can be the sneaky reason behind it. When flour oversteps its bounds, it greedily saps moisture, leaving your cakes more arid than airy. So, next time you're baking, be sure to measure your flour accurately and give your cakes the moisture they deserve for a truly delightful treat. Cookie spreading spree. Are you constantly dreaming of indulging in thick, chunky cookies, only to be disappointed with thin, spread-out creations? Well, it might just be that skimping on flour is the sneaky prankster behind it all. Without the proper amount of flour to provide sturdy support, these delectable treats tend to spread out and lose their desired thickness during the baking process. The no-rise bread drama. Is your bread acting more like a lazy pancake than a lively loaf? Well, a little slip-up with salt could be the scene stealer. Even just a tiny bit too much can slow down the yeast process, and that means no glorious rise for our bread. Does the choice of measuring method truly impact the results? In short, yes. So, in Birnbaum's books, she uses a chart to compare different ingredients measured by the dip and sweep method and the spoon and sweep method, which she refers to as lightly spooned. According to her, when you sift 1 cup of all-purpose flour, it weighs around 4 ounces. However, when you lightly spoon 1 cup, it weighs about 4.2 ounces, and if you dip the cup into the flour, it weighs approximately 5.2 ounces. If you happen to have a digital scale, you can always check this out for yourself. Pretty interesting, right? Final thoughts. To wrap it up, never ever underestimate the incredible power of proper measurement in baking. The right baking tools can make all the difference. Whether you're dealing with dry cakes, thin cookies, or lackluster loaves, the key to your baking success might just lie in how accurately you measure your flour using these tools. So let's ditch the guesswork, embrace that trusty kitchen scale, and make precision our path to consistently scrumptious baked treats. Remember, baking is both a science and an art. It's all about the little details. We hope this guide was helpful and that you're now ready to tackle all your baking adventures with confidence. Thanks for watching.